What's up, everyone? Welcome to Finland. We are watching Baja Lord playing as the Mexicans, and I think it's time to embrace the meta that I think a lot of us have come to hate, and that is the Mexicans and Baja especially becoming a huge part of the current meta. And for me, I can say I think this is probably going to be helpful by learning to figure out how to beat it and how it functions. So I'm going to pay close attention to Baja Lord here, and maybe that'll give me some help trying to defeat this crazy strategy. But real quick, we're going to go down to the south and introduce the player in the color red playing as the Russians. This is Dr. Matthias. I don't know who this is, but we're going to be pulling for him this game because I want to see the Mexicans lose, and Russia is one of those underrated civs. Well, underrated I'd say for sure, but maybe underwhelming is the way that most people see it. The Russian explorer picks up 75 coin there, going to pick up another 30, so some good early treasures and good herding. Let's take a look at the no deck yet. But those nice treasures while the Mexican explorer builds the trade post and looks to pick up 85 XP. You can notice he's gonna go 11-10 with his build order here. No house in age 1. The 2 villagers and the hacienda wagon are going to be coming along pretty quickly. And we have independence movements, which makes the revolts cheaper and the returns. Advanced saloon, and a lot of industrial cards, so, and of course cantinas, which is another thing about this civ that is pretty annoying that the United States shares as well. And there goes the cow to help the age up time. They get basically the cowboys that the Americans get, and they are really strong, especially when you get later stages of the game, and they get their special attacks and charge attacks and all these different things that make them extremely strong, especially when you consider the low cost. But another nice treasure for the Russian player. Hacienda wagon stalling a little bit, but starting to head forward. Let's go back and take a look at our Russian player's deck. He is sending the wood trickle now, and he's got a water deck. He does have 2 caravels and the frigate. These are going to be important because another benefit to playing in the Mexicans and potentially going for the Baja Revolt is you can send that water card that gives you can't see it yet because he hasn't revolted to Baja, which we don't know for sure if he will, because I've been seeing more variants and builds from the Mexicans lately, and they don't always have to go Baja. This map, there's a decent amount of trade posts, and when you consider the native TPs, so it might be still okay. You can get at least 3 regular TPs, so we'll see what he ends up doing. But you can get the fishing boats plus dock shipment. It gives you an extra fishing boat per shipment you have sent throughout the game. So we'll see if that's going to be used at some point in this game. So far, we see 11 out of 10 villagers gathering that coin crate now. He's gathering up a bunch of food. I'm gonna, like I said, watch this closely because I gotta admit I'm not super familiar with how this build order works. So I'm gonna be learning here right along. You guys probably know this more than I do. 2 XP books, collection of books coming out. Military wagons, 700 wood, and it looks like for the revolt he needs 350 of each resource. He's got 200 additional food, so I believe that's going to be for stagecoach. And we do see the cantina going up. That is basically the saloon. And 700 wood is going to be for the revolt plus stagecoach. And this is the guy that's going to be really annoying. This ranged cavalry unit here for 130 coin. XP crates are coming in. So I'm sure he's going to gather up this wood very quickly. Going to get another 35 wood here. That might be important because he gathered 20. So I'm going to watch this very closely to see the macro. And I will then go over to Russia as he just aged up. And Mexico is now revolting to Baja. We are definitely seeing it. And he's going to give enough time to gather up all these crates. So cutting it pretty close there, but has just enough time. So he's going to have... Okay, stagecoach is coming in with that 200 food. The 3 frontier post wagons are here. He's going to build 2 trade posts with that. And also building Looks like he had that start building before the revolt. So where's this one gonna go? Is that gonna be a native TP? We'll see. Factory wagon are already coming in, and that was completely free. That's just insane that you don't have to pay anything for that at 5 minutes in the game. Anyway, the 10 filibusters coming up. There should be an additional one. Oh, he's heading over here. But we do see lots of Strelets coming as the factory is coming in. So a good initial push by the Russian player here. Stagecoach almost done as the 3 TPs are up. Filibusters are going down. So far so good for Russia. But a dock wagon, a dock being built by the filibuster and an outpost to protect that. So very interesting. The first 2 of these cavalry units. Oh, I'm sorry. These are banditos, which are going to be very helpful with their explosive attack, the area of effect, special charge ability, which is you see recharging down here. It does some good damage against Strelet. And the team trickle economics coming in. It's going to give the trade post additional income. So they now give 60 coins instead of the 37 that we saw. Some recruits in the background sieging. More banditos being trained. And coach guns, which is going to give 6 military units plus a big attack for each TP. And these Strelets are leaving now, so the recruits are going to be stopped, and this card will make it in time to save all the TP. So unfortunately, I think those Strelets really needed to stand by there and protect that. As we do see more banditos. Yeah, 4 banditos. This could just be total annihilation here. As that area of effect damage is pretty brutal on such low HP units. And 6 military units popping out at the Hacienda. And the Strelets are just going to be evaporated here. Just totally destroyed. Even though they are pretty much direct counters. These guys, direct counters to the filibusters, but banditos are basically skirmishers with a falconet type attack, charged ability. Yeah, so this is the frustration that we see nowadays against this Civ, and it's being played really well. Gotta say, by the Mexican player. He's doing it right. So now we can take a look at this deck, and what I was talking about, this 6 fishing boat plus dock shipment is probably not going to be the next shipment. He could go for Soldier of Fortune, which gives coin as well as XP when killing units, but he is indeed going for that dock wagon now to get some more economy coming back. The factory on wood, that's over 10 villagers worth of wood gathering, so plus the 3 TPs. He's got a pretty damn good economy right now. 10 villagers with the factory, and then usually TPs are looked at as 3 vills, but these are double the resources per pass, so well, not quite double, but close to it. So would that be 9? Let's call it 15 plus, so about 25, and then you count the trickle here, 25, 26 vills, and then another one going up there, so about 27 plus. He did just get 6 fish, so he's got over 30 vill economy for sure. And let's take a look at the Russian player. He's just at 20 vills, so you already see the extreme the sacrifices to get all those Strelets out that early, sacrificing some economy, and he's behind in economy, and military numbers is looking pretty good for Russia, but the quality of these units is just, I just don't think it's nearly as good, though it might be a critical mass here. However, there are still filibusters to get that melee damage on the Cossack if they get too close. Really good kiting so far by Baja Lord here, and he's going to have a huge batch. He could even make some filibusters from the TC or call a levy of Minutemen, but it looks like the banditos using their explosive attack, they're killing 3 or 4 Streltsy all at the same time, and a 6 Quartero reinforcing batch with their special ability, and I think it's just going to be a completely ridiculous cleanup. Another shipment comes flying in. Foreign investment arrives fast. 600 coin directly to the stockpile. Does not have to be gathered, and it comes in like 3 seconds. So immediate and quick reinforcing batches are able to get filled up with that. Just crazy mechanics from this civ. And now double dock production from these fishing boats because of the factory. It's just the economy, even though this ticker down here says 9. Oh, and we got Order of Vasa too, which is going to increase the gather rate. I don't know if that actually affects fishing boats, but it definitely does affect the factory. And does it affect? No, not the TP. So I guess at least the factory is getting another villager per second. So yeah, and Gilnet's coming in. So yeah, it's just, oh, and the extra trickle on the taverns here as well from Order of Vasa. So lots of economy, not many villagers. The 2 caravels, a nice touch, but a very smart play from Baja Lord to put that 3rd frontier wagon as an outpost up to protect these docks, and that's going to really shut down these caravels. Just good. I mean, he knows what he's doing. This is not obviously the first time he's done a build like this on a map like this, so he knows exactly what he's doing. However, that is a lot of Streltsy heading over there to try and take out that outpost and really open up the water for some contention. So we've seen Streltsy get erased a couple times already in this game. We'll have to see if this is going to be a different outcome here with a, what is this? This is a it's like a merchant boat, and they're coming out pretty quick. I guess he trained those ahead of time. Not a huge cost, but yeah, really interesting. Now the flank is coming, and the special attacks from the cavalry, and not to mention the banditos coming in. This is going to be brutal for the Streltsy, who are bunched up quite a bit, and you see them going flying. It's just not, that firepower is just not there. You have an extra attack speed. The 2 rate of fire on these banditos compared to 3 on most range units, and it's just not looking too great. Luckily for Russia, though, Soldier of Fortune has not come in yet, so you're not donating a bunch of coin to do this. And in most situations, you would think that you're cutting away at their military and there's not much economy behind it, but that's just not the case here, where Mexico is still going to be able to reinforce. And then actually, it's kind of funny seeing these Streltsy probably, I guess, win this fight, but again, it's not like most revolts where you kill the military and the eco is dead. They've got plenty coming behind this, as you see a full 10 batch of cavalry and 2 more sloops coming, and just a single Streltsy batch. So yeah, you won that fight, you won that engagement a bit, but it's just gonna go even worse here as these Streltsy are all gonna get, oh my gosh, just blasted away with those ropes coming at them. And now Soldier of Fortune is in. You can see the extra coin, which also arrives fast too. Another special mechanic for, you know, whatever. Now we have, how many sloops? It was 5. Okay, I think he lost a couple, but it does have 3 of them now. Just 1 caravel remains. The dock is there to try and repair it, but it's not going to be enough. As they're coming in to take that out immediately, and 40 coin as well going along with that, and that dock is not going to be there for long, and it's looking pretty rough. I gotta say, it's 32 villagers for Russia. Strelet are just they're just not very good right now. They do have the extra combat from New Order regiments, but when you have such a small amount of units with very low base stats, it's not going to have a huge impact. You need to kind of stack that with multiple upgrades to really start feeling an effect. And Russia is positioned to just really, you have to stay in age 2. I don't see any way he's going to be aging up anytime soon with the resource distribution, and really it's not even looking great for trying to train villagers and produce military at the same time here. It's going to be a pretty tough macro situation. He does take out a trade post, which is nice, but now long lines coming in for Mexico, 15 fishing boats. It's a nice boost, and he's even going to get the torps out, so even more economy is continuing to be added every single minute. Soldier of Fortune, fishing boats upgrades. We're going to have torps. Where are they? He did get the torps, right? Oh, there they are. Went to that outpost. And now look at this mass of Quintero here. And their special ability is just totally annihilating these Streltsy. And you just see them fall, and every time now any trade is really in favor of Mexico because they get eco from it as well. And now 3 settlers going to be coming in. Haciendas are going to attract huntable animals and increase the production rate from the hacienda, which by the way gather on their own as well. Forgot to mention that when the Order of Vasa came through earlier. But yeah, it's so many resources. You can keep double producing from these docks. Yeah, it's just like I can feel myself in this situation on the side of the Russian player, and it's just so it's such a difference from the old school revolts where when that used to happen. And that's, I understand that's just the whole point of the Mexico civilization, is to switch up how revolts are used and how they're played out. Totally get that, but it's a bit of a trick to your mind as we see the 600 coin needs to be picked up, my friend. But usually the idea is you defeat part of the massive military, and then you should be able to roll over them because their economy was transformed into military units. But yeah, it's just not the case, and it's a little bit harder because of that to gauge what fights you should take. Like this one here especially, they just get that special attack off and then dip out of there and get some eco in the meantime. Just 36 vills for Russia. They're dropping a lot of blockhouses now, try to establish some map control, get some extra firepower in these fights. Just going pure Strelet, and we'll see how that's gonna work out. I mean, theoretically, they are the direct counter to ranged cavalry, right? That theoretically. So it should work out. But when they just come in here, drop these lassos on you. Oh my gosh, man. Are you kidding me? Just like groups of like 4 Strelet all at once going down, and now they're trying to retreat and the same thing. I mean, they're not treating too poorly here though. You gotta try to be level-headed when looking at it. And that is a lot of Strelet. That is a lot of Strelet. But outlaw combat coming in here, that's going to give 15% additional HP and attack for these mercenary or these outlaw units. The resources are really starting to stack up for Mexico, but maybe he needs to task his trading posts to coin, or his fishing boats to whales. Either way, he's just or make some arcs from the native trade post here. He is. Oh, the filibusters being back here is smart. Able to rebuild these cantinas immediately. Smart. Not smart to do that. I wonder if he's considering going back to. Would that bring him back to fortress, or that would bring him to industrial, right? Yeah, to the industrial age. So that's a possibility, and going for heavy cannons. But I think that's too. I don't think it's a realistic solution at this point with this many Strelet on your TC. I think you need to make some units. But this is gonna be very interesting actually. 70 Strelet on the TC is gonna take that out pretty quick. Could go for the factory, but opting to go for the TC probably feels like an industrial age is coming. And suddenly, this is looking pretty scary for Mexico. He should really be training filibusters. The Minutemen are here. Both explorers are already alive. Oh, there they are. They're going down now. Reinforcing cavalry is here. Another explorer bought back the tank. And I think it's going to... if he should train some... Okay, you know what? I think he's just going to be so greedy that he's going to still try to go to industrial here. As he's not training any filibusters. Yeah, and all this coin coming in here is helping him. Another batch coming from the cantina at home that was rebuilt by the filibusters. Smartly, very smartly saving one of these filibusters to add a stable in the back. That's going to be crucial as he can get some Lancer type units and start shredding these Strelet more than they already are being shred. Yeah, but still, it looks like a pretty decent cleanup. with the Strela, and town center has been repaired. Second stable going to be going up, but I'm not sure it's going to be in time, as the Strela, they do see this and they know they need to stop that from going up. Once the second stable is not found though, so that's going to get up. More cavalry coming from the saloon, and this is going to be very close. 33 villas. So Russia this whole time has been going all in on military. And just trying to just close this game out while he has a chance. Oh, we forgot the Torps also up there for the Mexicans. Is he going to be able to get these batches out in time? Chicanos. Oh my god, he's going to get insane pops. Ships 3 additional filibuster. Oh my god. He's got so many options right now. He could send Jaeger. He could get huge batches. He's going to let the TC go down. But he's going to get huge batches of Lancers, and this should be a cleanup. 10 of these Chinako coming out with massive damage against Strelet. You have the Chinako. Oh, sorry, those are the Chinakos. We have the range cavalry in back. So finally cleaning up the recruits, but Russia getting away, kiting. Might be able to, you know, thin out this front line if he keeps kiting well. But the Cossack being taken out pretty quickly from the range cavalry. And Strelet's definitely on the retreat once again. I wonder, you know, I think the factory would have been a better target, to be honest. And it has less HP. The factory would have been down. TC really wasn't providing any value at this point. I mean, hindsight's 2020 and easy for me to say, but also, you know, if he didn't go for that, the Industrial Age probably would have been coming, and heavy cannons. But yeah, you can't really fault that decision making. But here comes some recruits trying to take a little bit and take out these Chinako. Still very close, but inspiring flag from Baja coming here to boost up these cavalry units even more. But again, it's looking pretty good. Another good hold in a crucial fight for Russia. And I am so surprised that this is still holding and the trade post is going down. Wow, in 7 Wild West. Okay, so they're going to come out of here because don't need TC when you have a farm that not only ships economic shipments, but also military shipments for whatever reason. Just another little, I don't know what you call it, not a pet peeve, I guess, of something I don't understand about this civ, and overly overtuned, you know, whatever. I just don't think you should be able to ship military shipments to a farm. Anyway, more economy coming in. Let's see how many fishing boats we're at now. 23 of them. The TP lines are on food. Another hacienda is going to be coming up. TC is already back up though, so he did ship that hacienda and 3 villager card. Does it give? Oh no, it doesn't give you hacienda, so it's just a 1 hacienda in the middle that wasn't even near any hunt, so it was a 3 villager shipment, really. But now it's gonna have a bit more of an effect with another hacienda coming. That's gonna be surely placed by these tier here, and lots of villagers going down for the Russian player there. Big hit, big time hit there. 29 vills for Mexico, for Baja. Torps add up to probably another 3 vills, another let's say 8 vills here. That's 11, 40. He's got well over 40 vills. He has been losing the trade post though, so that does hit him quite a bit. Let's see how many villagers this accounts for because of the nearby herd. So okay, it's about a vill, a little bit over, a little under a vill. Oh my gosh, some crazy special attacks going off there. Coupled with the Chinako getting great hits on Strelets. But there are a lot of recruits here, need to finally get in correct position, and it's just kind of a mess of a fight for Russia. I think, oh my gosh, the amount of units going down in some of these volleys is just totally absurd. The amount of coin coming in from Mexico is insane. That's another economic boost that's not accounted for in this villager count, and a lot of coin freely donated in this fight. I think the positioning was just too poor there for Russia. They're at only 29 vills. The military production is very low, and I think the morale at this point is very low too. And there it is. There is the GG. Oh man, Russia looked like they were doing pretty good for a while. I thought they were going to be able to pull it off. Taking out that TC felt pretty good, but a great decision. I got to give them the compliment. Great decision, Baja Lord, saving those filibusters, dropping double stable in a crucial point in the game, and able to get out all those Chinako. Really changed the game, as the Strellet were starting to really do a number on these Quartero, these ranged cavalry units. But yeah, there you have it, man. Russia put it all in, and military kind of started running out of hunts a little bit. Villagers were getting hunted down by the ranged cavalry, and that's another benefit of Mexico, is they don't have to use the natural resources on the map. How crazy is that? They have it from a factory. In this case, they got it from the water, a trade post, trickles from the saloon, trickles from the hacienda. They just and then Soldier of Fortune giving extra coin when defeating military units. So it's a very interesting mechanical civilization, the Mexico civilization. I see that they went for a totally different direction when they were creating the civ, and I'm sure you can appreciate it in certain instances when it's not so strong. In this case, currently, I think it is a bit too strong. I learned a little bit about Baja and the build order. Saw some good things with the Strellet, but I think you just got to pick your battles so carefully. And let's go ahead and take a look at the economic graph. As you see, blue is Mexico, and they just eventually outgather, and some big chunks there with the 600 coin coming in quickly. These rapid fire shipments come flying in and help give you an immediate boost. But yeah, guys, we're in this together, trying to find ways to defeat this evil civilization. So hope you guys enjoyed this one. Let me know what you think of the Mexicans, and I will catch you in the next one.